All right, how's it going? This is my second episode for Germ's Tesla channel. Today, the discussion is going to be about the 5 reasons I'm going to buy a Tesla Model 3. All right, so let's start with number 1. The biggest reason on why to buy a Tesla. Number 1 reason out of anything else. Climate change. It's pretty simple. Climate change is most definitely not only happening, it's getting close to a falling off point. Once we get to a certain amount of heat in the oceans and the ice caps melt down a certain amount, it gets into a runaway scenario, cliff event, that yes, we will have to invent some kind of technology to reverse it. And right now, there is no such thing as a technology to reverse it. So instead of banking on us inventing something that doesn't exist, that people are working on and still doesn't exist, we should just not put out as much CO2 into the atmosphere or greenhouse gases for any matter of fact. So no greenhouse gases. All right, number 2. It's pretty simple too. Number 2, number 1 wasn't so important. This would be number 1, but number 2 is the speed of the Model 3. The amount of speed that you get out of that car is phenomenal. The acceleration, hands down, there's nothing like it with the instant torque that an electric vehicle gives you, and it's just fun, right? I've had sports cars, or I had a sports car. It was very fast, very fun. Don't get me wrong, I love the shifting and the sound of the motor and the exhaust, but EVs are just something different to them. So, big reason to get a fast car or to get an EV that's very fast. I work for a diesel company, and if I'm going to prove to a bunch of gearheads and race car people that love to go drag racing on the weekends that EVs are the future, it better be fast, and I better be able to put them in the back seat and knock their heads back and make them giggle like a girl. So that's the reason for that. All right, number 3. So number 3, pretty much the reason I want to go with a Tesla versus maybe say another EV. It's definitely going to go with an EV, right? The experience that they have making EVs, the quality of the EVs, or the car, period. Obviously, Model S, phenomenal. Model X, phenomenal. Outside of a regular price range, when the Model 3's actually gotten lower, it's closer to, say, a 3 Series price tag, right? That's a very great thing, and they're proven. There's plenty of people out there showing how great of a car they are. Yeah, there's some defects and some quality issues that they've gone through with the building, with the growing pains, but what company doesn't have those? And quite honestly, the regular car companies didn't get away from those until about the late 90s, early 2000s. And they've been building cars for 100 years. So, in my book, they're doing great, and they're always improving. So, feel comfortable that they will take care of you if you do have an issue. 4, long-term cost of ownership and resale value. So, obviously, I don't know, you've probably seen several videos out there, the long-term cost of ownership. So yeah, right now it's a fairly big investment. I've certainly never bought a new car, period. Always bought used cars. And I've definitely never bought a new car as expensive as a Tesla Model 3. So it is a lot of money. The thing that I do like about it, and something that I've always thought about when I do spend my money, is what is the investment. Obviously, a car is not necessarily an investment, but you do have to have a car for most people, unless you live in a metropolitan area and you work in you work there, you live there, everything you do is there, and you have great public transportation, right? Otherwise, you need a car in America. So if you gotta have a car, then it comes down to which car holds its value the best, and which car has the best resale value. If you were to trade in your car or say long-term sell your car. Um, Tesla's going to have the best one because they've got the autopilot, they have the ability to have full self-driving, and that's definitely going to be the future, right? So you're going to get the best return out of your money that way. And Elon has even said that they're going to increase in value. I won't hold my breath for that, but maybe one day it will. And I don't necessarily know if I see that as a good thing. It makes cars become more like houses, and I'm not so sure about that one yet, if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So you better get one soon. All right, number five. Number five is going to be world-class safety. So I decided to go with five topics. So this is the fifth important thing that I would say the reason I want to buy a Tesla. I've been in two accidents in the past 2 years. One was where somebody ran a red light and ran into me. It totaled my vehicle. They didn't admit to it, and there was no camera at the intersection, so my insurance had to pay for the damages, and of course, they did not total the vehicle. It ended up being, it was a Toyota Tacoma. It was $700 from total value. So I pretty much lost my value in that car and that truck. So needless to say, safety is important because I've been in the accidents, and you know, wreck can hurt if you don't have a safe car. I was in a safe vehicle. The Tacoma was completely safe. I didn't feel anything hardly. I mean, jumped right out. But there's a chance that you won't be, especially in a smaller car like a car. So Tesla has shown itself again and again to be a very safe car. And then I also have family, so I would want them to be safe while riding in the car as well. The other thing is all the automatic stopping and the lane departure and all this stuff. That stuff is important. My wife has it on her vehicle, and I absolutely love it. It's a second level of safety. Um, and so it, I'm counting the safety and the technical features to be the autopilot, the sensors, the rest of the safety stuff, right, in case you are in an accident, all of that into this group five. So it's very important, and not to mention it's very convenient. Her car also has the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, where if you're sitting in standstill traffic, you turn that on. It will stay a certain distance behind the people, and you can kind of just you don't have to focus quite as much. Take your feet off of the gas pedal and the brake, and let the car do the acceleration and the acceleration and the braking for you. And you just kind of hold the wheel fairly steady. It makes it a little bit less stressful. And so her car has that. And so that makes things great. So I'm looking forward to that in a Tesla because I know it's a lot better. So that's the five reasons why I'm going to get a Tesla and I'm going to get a Model 3. If you think that I missed anything, be sure to leave it on the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe to the channel. All right, we'll see you next time.